redo the thing from the top. Hi, everybody. I'm Sherry Sanchuli, and you have reached this week's Espresso Chat brought to you by Live Well Naturally. I'm super stoked about today's chat because it's all about cars, which is one of my favorite topics. New and old cars are a love of mine. And one of my passions is not driving around in a chemical bomb. So let's get started so I can share with you some insights as to how to have a healthy environment in your car. All right. All right, everybody. This is, as I said, my espresso chat. I'm Sherry. This is Live Well Naturally. Let's go. Thanks for joining me. If you are new, you need to know this. If you've been watching these things, I try to go fast. I wanted to express myself. I'm passionate about living well. I wanted it to be something as sustainable as like just a little coffee break. So all of a sudden I thought, oh, espresso. See what I did there? I just want to help you learn in a way that is sustainable for both of us, for me to produce and for you to watch. And I think we learn better when it's just little bits at a time. Oh, I clicked early. All right. For some reason, one picture didn't load, but we're just going to keep going. So if you don't know me, I thought it might be nice to kind of get a little glimpse. These are some of the things that make my world turn. And I've already been living a pretty full, healthy, active life before doTERRA in 2018. But I'm curious and I love to learn and I love to level up. So when somebody offered me the ability to buy a kit and get some oils and some of the other products, vitamins and toothpaste and stuff, I went for it. And little by little, I started when I'd run out of that tooth. Well, actually, you know what? Like I ran out of their toothpaste and then I switched back because Doug's name brand toothpaste was right on his sink. And I was just like, oh, I ran out of that toothpaste. And when I used my old toothpaste, I was like, oh my gosh, it's so many chemicals. I don't like the taste and it's too much. So I went and bought another thing of doTERRA. So little by little, I've just really embraced this lifestyle genuinely. Like I really am sensitive to chemicals and to the artificial fragrances. And now I know what it's doing to my body. So I guess I was pretty smart in knowing that it wasn't good. It helped that I have chronic asthma. It's pretty quick for me to know it's not helpful for me. And so I'm healthier is the bottom line. I have less brain fog. I have more vitality. My asthma, I have like instead of going to ER every 12 months, I went a 5 year stretch and then caught what my mom had that was in the hospital. But I mean, I'm so much healthier and I feel so much better. 6 years later, I feel younger than I did when I got here. So, of course, I want to share that with you because I'm not a hog. I like to share my info. Okay, so how do we enjoy essential oils? I'd like to preface this with I personally feel like this only applies to doTERRA because we know that they test for purity. It's not going they're not going to have pesticides, they're not going to be adulterated, they're not going to be swapped out for lower price point oils such as, wintergreen instead of birch or geranium instead of rose. And so therefore I can just blindly lean into these little bottles of love knowing that it has been tested 54 times, 11 of them with a third party. All right, so you can enjoy it aromatically. You can open up the bottle, put a couple drops in your hand, rub them together, 3 slow inhales, enjoy it that way. You can also diffuse it and put it in portable or a plug-in diffuser. I have one going in our house right now. Topically, you can put almost all the oils on your skin neat. However, if they're what we call hot oils, which would be like basil, thyme, oregano, rosemary, anything that's kind of herby, cinnamon, clove, those are going to burn your skin. So you definitely want to use a carrier oil. I love our fractionated coconut oil. They've spun out the protein, so it will never coagulate. It's not greasy and it doesn't have any scent. Fun fact about that is that all oils are better off with a carrier oil because it will slow down evaporation and maximize your absorption. And then internally, if it says supplement facts, which this one would, it says on guard. And then if you roll past the label and you see that little box down there, I don't know if you can read it with my ring. There we go. That says supplement facts. Then you know it's safe to ingest. If it doesn't say supplement facts, do not ingest it. If you're not sure, just lean on the side of caution and don't ingest them. If you do decide you want to ingest them, I just put frankincense under my tongue this morning after brushing my teeth. Really great for inflammation, really great for cellular health. You can do that. You can put a drop under your tongue. You can put it in your water as long as it's glass or metal. Don't use plastic. And you can also put them in a veggie cap. There's some recipes, like my UTI recipe has frankincense, on guard, and oregano, a total of like, let me do the math real quick, 14 drops. There's no way I'm putting 14 drops under my tongue. So I put it in a capsule and I ingest it that way. All right, fun facts about essential oils. 20 seconds for them to be found in your bloodstream, 2 minutes for them to be detected in your brain, and only a total of 20 minutes for them to be found in every cell of your body. You know, it is the OG medicine. I saw a meme recently on social media, and it was like, it's not the alternative medicine, Eastern medicine and oils. It was around way before pharmaceuticals. And I'm not against Western medicine. There's a time and a place, but I always lean into my natural first. And 99% of the time, that's all I needed. And I've saved myself all those side effects, all that. Yes. Okay. Why doTERRA? Well, as I was saying, we test 54 rounds. We stand alone in the industry that they are guaranteed 100% pure. One of the many examples is the we did a test on 100 humans in a controlled group over 5 years. And at the end of the 5 years, they deemed their lavender pharmaceutical grade, which is huge. I was just waving to my husband goodbye. Um, and so we know that not only is it going to have the same aroma, it's going to have the same therapeutic grade and or therapeutic effect. And that's huge because if we're taking it for relaxation, we're taking, adaptive because we want to not have the stress. We want to know we're going to have the same result. And another fun fact, I could talk an hour on this slide, is that we don't become tolerant to them because they're made up of hundreds and thousands of compounds, unlike one-dimensional synthetic Western medicine. So if we find something we like, it's going to keep working. So we've cracked the code to produce high quality, consistent essential oils, batch to batch, year to year. Okay, let's dive in because I'm really excited about this topic and I have my timer set. This is one of my beloved cars. Her name is White Mouse, and I love her more than words. And I know in yoga you're not supposed to have attachments, but I'm quite attached to this car. Um, Today we're going to cover window cleaner, static air freshener, spray perfume defression, Meta Power for your water bottle, and roller bottle for motion sickness. So window cleaner, the recipe, you can screenshot this. It's vinegar, distilled water, some citrus oil. I use it in the RV. It's also really great for your car. Any mirrors or windows, this is going to be a great solution for you. And you're not going to feel assaulted in your lungs. You're not going to feel like that, ammonia smell. Static air freshener. Thread 8 of those little felt balls like you see in the craft store together with a needle and thread, and then tie it up so it makes a circle. Cut a ribbon to fit over your rearview mirror, if that's a thing. I know, I'm not sure it's legal to do this, so you might want to tie it around something, oh my God, bar in the back or something. But the idea is that you have some place in your car where you're hanging this, and then you put one drop on each ball, and you can change it up. You can start with citrus, and then if you're going on a long trip, maybe put some lavender or something that's a little more relaxing. Spray perfume in a little 2-ounce amber bottle, because I figure you don't want a big old bottle in your car. Just a little bit of witch hazel. In fact, that might be a teaspoon might be better on there. Because the witch hazel, all it does is it's going to help the moisture dry faster. If you just do all water, that's okay too, but it's not going to dry as fast. So it keeps it from getting staying damp too long. 20 to 30 drops of essential oil, and then you top it off with distilled water. And again, play around with it. Less is more on the witch hazel. Meta Power for your water bottle. Now, I know a lot of people have used lemon oil, and it's good, but Meta Power has 5 oils in it, including lemon, grapefruit, peppermint, cinnamon, and ginger. It's such an interesting blend of oils, and it's really refreshing. Has a little kick that lemon doesn't have. You're always going to want to put that in a metal bottle or a glass cup, never plastic, because the citrus will break down the plastic. And then a motion sickness roller bottle. 10 drops each of peppermint, frankincense, and ginger. I had fun researching this. And then top it off with fractionated coconut oil. Apply to your pulse points and under your nose, and it will help with your motion sickness. So this is the bulk of my passion. Please ditch your air fresheners hanging off your rearview mirror. It is the worst thing you can do for your health. Um, it affects your allergies and sensitivities because the chemicals can trigger asthma, wheezing, and other respiratory symptoms. It also can cause cancer with chemicals like one comid for, I don't know how to say that word, dichlorobenzene. And so, of course, we don't want to expose ourselves to chemicals for that. But also, too, hormonal disruption with the phthalates, they can mimic or disrupt your body's hormones. You can get migraines from exposure of high levels of these VOCs. Um, and so, you don't want that in the air. Volatile organic compounds is what VOC stands for. Neurological problems and nausea. So, I mean, just reading this, doesn't this make you not want to have that in your car? It's just a chemical bomb. I know people, when I go through the car wash, they offer it, and I'm like, no, thanks. I get where you're going because I used to be a Febreze nut. I used to use candles. I used to want things to smell good, and I had no idea that it was beyond that. I thought it was innocent. I thought it was just a fun little layer of life. But now that you know, but it's not fun and it's not light and it's not just a smell good thing. It's chemicals and they're sitting and they're just all over your car, which means you're breathing and it's touching your skin. And oh, I could go on and on. Okay, I'm trying not to be too overly zealous, but I'm so passionate about this topic. So that tree hanging off the rear view mirror, it looks innocent enough, but come on, it's common knowledge that they're dangerous for your health. They keep, and this is interesting to me from being a hairstylist. So I know the FDA doesn't regulate a lot of products that we consume, that we put on our skin, that we breathe. And part of their go around for having, their workaround for not having to be able to, they don't have to say these are phthalates, these are chemicals, these are all these bad things, is that they've come up with the idea that if you say fragrance or scent, that could be like a secret propriety blend. And then that it would be wrong for the government or us to ask them to disclose the ingredients because then someone could copy their scent. Well, what it's ended up doing is giving them free reign to dump whatever crap they want into these things so that it's cheap, it's quick and dirty for them. It's going to smell good. We get bought, we get sold, no judgment. I've been there. I was a Febreze nut. And so screenshot this. I'm not going to read it word for word, but I just gave you the gist. It's their trade secrets. There's, all kinds of allergies and headaches, nausea, all kinds of symptoms from these like little trade secret scents. And they can really do damage to your liver, your kidney, your central nervous system, and even cause cancer. Please ditch your air fresheners. So, okay. Whew. I know I was really wound up about that, but I can even smell them when I'm like pulling up to an intersection. Someone has their window cracked. I'm like, oh my gosh, just think what it smells like for them. Okay, I'm going to gain my composure. So run out, turnabout. I wouldn't wait till your air freshener in your car runs out. I would just go ahead and get rid of it. But if it's something that's kind of more benign, that you could use it up. I mean, I don't want you to throw out everything in one day and replace it all because it'd be expensive. And it would also be really hard to learn everything overnight. So just easy does it. Make yourself a list of what you have. Be aware as it starts getting low, reach out to me, or if you already have a rep, that's fantastic. Reach out to them and say, hey, I'm about to run out of laundry detergent, which is a really big one, or the dryer sheets, another big one. What do I do instead? We have sunscreen, we have toiletries, we have, supplements, air fresheners, all kinds of things. And then Wellness Wednesdays. I do this every Wednesday live, 9 a.m. So please jump on. If it's after like next spring of 2025, it might be taught by someone else and I'm just there supporting my team. We're going to mix it up a little bit so it's not the same thing year in and year out. But for right now, it's all fresh, hot off the press. I'm cranking these things out. And so jump on and join us. It's really fun because it's interactive. In person in San Diego, the first Wednesday we do a workshop. The third Wednesday we do aroma yoga. And then on Zoom, the second and fourth, we do orientations for customers and business builders. So let's keep in touch. I did great. I'm like 46 seconds away from being done. So I stayed within my 15 minutes. Text me, screenshot this. We'll take it from there. and email Sherry at livewellnaturally.us. Livewellnaturally.us is also my website, my Facebook, my Instagram. And if you're watching this on Instagram, please like and subscribe. I'd be so grateful for your support. Last I looked, I think I had 26 followers. So this has been a kick. I'm really enjoying my journey. I love helping you feel your best. It's so important to me. This is especially a passionate espresso chat for me. And I really beg and encourage you to ditch those trees. Get rid of those air fresheners hanging off your rearview mirror. All right. I love you so much. I really want you to be your best. And I look forward to our next chat. Okay. Bye bye.